Real quick, do me a favor, send a thumbs up to Happy. Happy is the star of the show, obviously, but she is not feeling well this morning. She had me up at 5 a.m. or so. So, yeah, she is not feeling well. So if you want, just do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, send Happy some love. That would be wonderful. Before we get started with the daily financial news, we have some announcements. Some congratulations. You all are rock stars. Again, folks, we're trying to help 1 million people over the course of my lifetime get their first or next rental property. Thank you very much. So let's get on with it. Dave, congratulations. Maximus, congratulations. Maximus, congratulations. You got 2. Rodrigo, you're on fire. I think you had one last week and one this week, so congratulations. Andrew, congratulations. Adrian and Adrian, and then finally Levi. Yes, folks, one rental at a time is making a difference. One rental at a time is a message, simplicity, do the work, all of those things. And the only way I can get to helping 1 million people is if you help me. If you happen to find a video that is interesting, please share it, tag people, subscribe, comment, thumbs up. Anything you could do to get these videos more viral or help more people would be great. I will continue to be consistent. I will do my best to make the content better and better. But in order to scale to 1 million folks, I am certainly going to need your help. So again, congratulations to everybody who got their deal this week. First and foremost, Ray Dalio. I don't know if you've heard this, but Ray Dalio has released a new book. Several of you were kind enough to kind of tag me on that. I appreciate it. I have ordered the book. I put it on rush delivery. So hopefully, we'll see what it says. But basically, I think what Ray is going to be pointing at is, frankly, we're in trouble. If you don't know, Ray believes in cycles, and I believe Ray is going to be pointing at the fact that we are coming to the end. I expect the book to be scary. I expect the book to be slanted kind of one direction pretty heavily. One thing I know about Ray, and again, Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, I read everything they put out, so I respect Ray and have for decades. He is kind of one-sided now, but I certainly plan to read the book, and I'm sure it will be very thought-provoking. Next up, I want to let you know that I wanted to thank you not only for all your support on YouTube, which has been amazing, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that, but the One Rental at a Time podcast, woo, we are blowing away YouTube. YouTube for me does about 40 to 50,000 views a week. Last week alone, we did 112,000 podcast listens. So if you're one of those folks that listen to these on your podcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. Same deal though. Please share, please ask, please comment. We've got to get one rental at a time. It is clearly working, but I want to scale it and I need your help for that. So yes. Next up, we got Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood is out talking about Meta or the metaverse. And she thinks it is the next multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. She thinks it's going to touch all sectors and all ways. Come here. Happy is not feeling well, and dogs can sense that. So Sunny is trying to get on my lap to see how his sister is doing. So now I have to juggle 2 dogs on my lap. Let's see how I do. So again, Cathie Wood is out talking about Meta and Metaverse being a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was saddened by this. You know, there's a real world out there, folks. You can go hiking. You can actually socialize with folks. When I hear about metaverse, I just fear or envision almost scientific movies where we have 3D goggles on and we never take them off and we live in some little hovel or something. People are more interested in their 3D twin than living life. I'm not sure what that says, but it doesn't make me feel good. So again, we shall see where this goes. San Francisco real estate is really in trouble. I brought this up a couple of different times, but we have another growing trend. Year on year, it looks like about 32,000 real estate homeowners are looking to leave versus come in, right? They are doing a who's coming, who's going. And one thing you got to know about San Francisco, it's a very small footprint. There are some wickedly expensive housing and real estate. If you're a homeowner in San Francisco, you got some coin, and they're looking to get out. And it's what you would expect. It's not very clean, not very safe. It isn't what it used to be, and they keep making mistakes. Like the local government is not making decisions that make families want to stay. So you are seeing lots of people want to leave San Francisco, and that is a growing trend, and it will eventually hit real estate prices in San Francisco. Don't know if you saw this, but WeWork, man, WeWork was something we talked about years ago as it was first trying to go public and then blew up. Then they just went public via a SPAC, kind of a backwards way of going public. This freaking company, they already, I don't even think they've been public 120 days yet. They have to restate earnings. We have apparently found material weakness in our financial reporting, and we have to report or adjust our financials. Are you kidding me? Not a good look. That typically speaking is the kiss of death, right? As an accountant who had to certify financials 25 or 30 years ago, not good. Somebody's getting fired over that. Probably several someones. Next up, we have some earnings to talk about. First and foremost, we'll start in tech land. I am in the Silicon Valley after all. Snowflake came out, beat top and bottom, and most importantly, raised. I would expect their stock to be up. Signet Jewelers beat top and bottom and raised. There's a lot more people getting engaged. We could be on the cusp of a marriage/baby boom in the very near future, which would be very good for all these people calling for a population collapse. Apple's very secretive if you don't know, but Apple apparently has told some of their suppliers, hey, whoa now, we have slowing iPhone 13 demand. Again, with Apple, you never know if that's true, or if this is just a whisper that someone picked up, hearsay, he said. But I suspect Apple stock might take a dent on slowing iPhone demand today. Five Below, another retailer that's crushing it, beat top and bottom and raised guidance for the quarter. Lands End, kind of the reverse, right? Lands End missed top and bottom and actually lowered guidance. So where Five Below is doing well, Lands End is doing bad. And then finally, Dollar General. Dollar General. Don't know if you know this. I did not. But Dollar General had been testing a new store footprint where they sell higher priced things. Yes, the dollar business is dead. Inflation has killed it. Looks like they tested it with 30 stores called Pop Shelf stores. Who knew? But apparently they're trying to sell more expensive stuff. It is working. And now, over the next 4 years, they will be opening 1,000 stores. Yes, folks, the Dollar General and Dollar Tree are done. Dollar Tree, we've talked about, it's now the $1.50 store. Dollar General is like, screw it. We're giving up on this footprint. We're going $3, $5, and more dollars. Folks, inflation is real. It is going to crush the people at the bottom. It already is. It's not good. Jobless claims, it is Thursday. We got to talk about it. Last week was a record since 1969, came in at 199. This week, a little higher, 222,000, but not terrible. We are clearly back to trend pre-pandemic, which is great, which was the low 200s, 240-ish, 230-ish. So we've had 2 weeks below that. Actually beat expectations. Expectations were for 240K. So again, clearly a market that is healing itself. Don't know if you've seen this, but there's all kinds of scary headlines around this new mutation. It's going to dominate the world in 3 months. This comes from a Singapore doctor named Leong Ho Nam. Hope I said that at least closely correct. But he's basically saying, folks, it's going to dominate the world in 90 days. The vaccines, a new vaccine, given the mutations, can't be created in 100 days. It's Delta all over. It's what he's saying. Hopefully, again, some of the early signs is that it is not as, hurtful or impactful or whatever it is. I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of these headlines. I don't know if you remember this, but remember back when 9/11 happened, that tragic day? It was all over our channels for what felt like a week, maybe 10 days. And then suddenly the news media called it and said, we are no longer showing those clips, those horrific clips of that horrific day. Why don't we just call it on this just call it no more, right? If you want to know anything, go to this website. We'll publish the latest stuff, but let's take it out of the media. Let's stop scaring people. Let's just get back to life, right? I don't know. Seems like every year mutations and scary, and when do we move on? I don't know. Seems crazy. Q3, real estate investors are dominating the single family market. Yes, not only has Wall Street stepped up, but investors like you and I, we made up 18.2% of the market, up from 11.2%. So that's a 50% jump from Q3 of last year. We bought $64 billion worth of real estate collectively. 75% of that, which would be what? So 64 divided by 4, 48 billion of that was single family homes. One rental at a time. It works. 30-year debt, cash flow day one. Let inflation be your friend. That is what we do on this channel. Highest markets. If you are in one of these markets, I would love to hear from you. Atlanta, Phoenix, Charlotte, Jacksonville, Miami. I would love to interview an investor that's in single family homes in any of those markets. Let's talk about how hot it is, how crazy it is, especially if you've been investing there a couple of years, because I suspect the last 12 months have been awesome, like 25 or 30% appreciation, but it's also probably pretty tough to get the next deal. I know how that feels. I've been there before, so pretty cool. Government shutdown, debt ceiling, going to start dominating the headlines. I think the government shutdown is going to happen. I know the House passed their version of it. I do not see the Senate being friendly to it. I think they want to force a shutdown. The debt ceiling is going to be a big hot topic next week. Lots and lots of stuff going on. I just heard today's the day, 20 years since Enron went bankrupt. And if you know my story, folks, Enron was the first stock that crushed me. It was a fraud. It was a high flyer. It was the best of the best. It was many of the tech stocks of today. Enron was that stock. Enron was Tesla plus, I don't know, AMC plus whatever. And I was in deep. December 2nd, it's a fraud. Bankrupt, gone, poof, money, toast. That was the first thing that got me. And it's why I have a particular aversion to CEOs and leaders who come off as, hey, we're smartest in the room, trust me. Never again. That is certainly what Enron's aura was, what I was attracted to, and what worked until they were found to be a complete and utter fraud. That is number one for me. So yes, 20 years ago, and that means the second issue is right around the corner. Yeah, double dip frauds. Fraud. Yuck. 20 years ago. Yeah. Yes, smartest people in the room, cocky, greed, rules don't apply. I hate all that stuff. So what else do we got? Oh my God, I saw an article today that I thought it was satire. The headline, inflation, good for the average Joe, bad for the rich. I'm like, somebody mistyped this. Inflation is not good for the average Joe. It is complete and utter nonsense. The fact that somebody felt they had to write an article like that just shows how desperate they are. The thesis of their article is, if you have 30-year fixed rate debt, you like inflation. And oh, by the way, the rich have bonds and the rich have cash, so they suck. Are you freaking kidding me? That is such a stupid argument, and shows desperation for people to accept inflation. Inflation is a tax. It hits you every single day. It is not good. It is not fair. It is nasty. The fact that the news media wants you to think it's good for the average Joe is comical, and we should not put up with nonsense like that. bad. Just bad. Just wrong. So, folks, I hope you're having a great day. Remember the goal at one rental at a time. My life goal is to help 1 million people get their first or next rental property. It is going to be a slow process. I owe you content every day. I owe you content that is consistent message. I am not going to bounce around. I'm not going to go here or not going to go there or not going to do this, not going to do that. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to leverage multimillionaires across topics such as attorneys, CPAs, entrepreneurs, syndicators, single family homes, all of these folks for you. But I need your help. You need to subscribe. You need to give me the thumbs up. You need to comment, and you need to share. I'll put out 4 or 5 videos a day. If you find one you like, share it. Follow me on Instagram. You see a post you like, share it. We need to do this together. I can't help 1 million people by myself. By myself, I might get to 10,000. I need your help adding the extra 2 zeros. So help us out. On that end, I will be speaking with Mr. Jonathan Twomley in about 11 minutes. We have another guest at 8:30. We have the 3 amigos at 12:30. See what I'm doing for you? Help me out. Share, subscribe, comment, send articles. Let's blow this up. And again, I know it works, folks. How many people? I didn't even count today. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in 24 hours got a deal. All these cards. Great day, great day. Let's do this together. You're going to be able to tell people that you helped one rental at a time get to 1 million people. We're going to do this together. I'm going to be consistent, and you're going to help. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.